So, good morning, guys. It is October 31st. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. We are ending October. Crazy to think that we're here so fast. And we have just 2 months left in our year. So this is session number 3 for our director bound skills training call, and we have one more left after this, which will be next week on the 7th. And Lindsay, advanced director Lindsay Falconberry, and advanced director Crystal Barnett will be leading that call. So I want to take the first couple minutes and share some of your guys' success over this last week. It's been 2 weeks since I've talked to you guys on the call, but over the last week, 2 weeks, what success you've had in your business through parties, through booking, or recruiting. And remember that it's all about progress, not perfection. So it's just progress. So does anybody want to share what they're excited about in their business this last week?
I guess that's a cue to me, right?
You have something excited about here.
I signed up 2 people.
2 people, yay! And both yesterday, right?
Yes. Yeah. They're like, they were both like, well, and then at the last minute, okay. So I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. We'll take care of them. We'll get them trained. But how do you think, because these are your first recruits, what changed? Like were they the first people you've ever asked, or why do you think that they decided to start now?
Basically they're some of the first people I've asked, but I think the $40 off really helped a lot. Mm-hmm. And then me telling them that, I'll do your party and you'll earn the commission and, that'll pay for it. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm just hoping they both get hooked like I did.
I love that. I love what you said. I just asked. Like, that is exactly what you have to do. You just have to ask and let them decide whether it's right for them or not. But we have to put the ball in their court. How many of you guys that are on the call said yes the first time you were asked to be a Pampered Chef consultant? I know 2 of you I've recruited, but Sarah, you were through somebody else. Did you or anybody on the call, did you say yes the first time?
No.
Nope.
But I did it through an email. I just kept getting these emails.
That's right.
That were sent out by the company. And I finally just went, you know what, I'm going to do that. And I had just had a party with somebody else, and she was really upset with me. And I didn't have the heart to tell her, well, you were a really bad consultant. So there's no way I was signing up under her.
Well, I'm glad you ended up on our team.
Me too.
Tennille, how many times did I ask you? It was more than one.
Was it? I don't remember. You were the only person that ever asked me. I have been going to Pampered Chef shows since the 90s. And I already had stuff. Remember, I had the original quick stir pitcher, mm-hmm. And my mom's had stuff. She got asked a lot more than me because she's been doing it since it started, But yeah, I think you were the only person that's ever asked. I actually even asked about the business and nobody followed up with me.
Oh my gosh, guys. Are you listening to this? This is crazy. That is crazy. Nobody asked. And Susie, how many times did I ask you?
I can't even tell you how many. I mean, at least probably 5 to 10.
There you go, 5 to 10 times.
Yeah, at least. And I'm with Tennille, nobody has ever asked me. I had so much Pampered Chef when I started doing the shows with you. And that's just been from hosting throughout the years, you know, and nobody had ever even asked me once.
Oh my God.
And you asked me and asked me and asked me, and legit, it was just not the right time for me. But, you know, I kept you know, when I finally signed up this last week, it was my question on the last party was, what do you tell somebody that's been debating for 6 months? You know, and now I'm kicking myself because I really should have signed up when it was like $1
The
for
19.
the
Yeah.
$19 for the kit, you know, but whatever.
Yep. So that's, you guys kind of hear this all around. Many of you had been going for years to parties and nobody ever thought to ask you. So how are guests in your parties or people in your circles, are you going to be that person that just gets the sale, helps them out, but doesn't ask them? Maybe that's what they're waiting for, is somebody to ask them. And like Susie, 6 months ago, it just wasn't the right time for her. And I asked her, I didn't stop. She told me, no, not the right time. But I knew she would be amazing and I knew she would love it, and she loved Pampered Chef. So I kept asking. She never said, quit asking me, I'm never going to be a Pampered Chef consultant. She would just say like, oh, it's not the right time, or I'll think about it some more. Let me know in the future when there's a good deal on the kit. But I always followed up and asked. So the fortune is in the follow-up, and all you have to do is ask, and then let them make the decision if this is right for them. So that goes into reminding you guys to track your contacts. I know if you've been on these calls before, we have hammered it home many times about tracking your contacts. That is the most important thing, because if you are not tracking them, then you're not following up. So you're losing out on bookings, you're losing out on sales, and you're losing out of team members. So you want to make sure that you are using your contacts to fill your calendar. And for those of you that have been on the call, do you remember how many contacts you're supposed to contact a day? It was on the last call that was videoed, and our first one. Anybody remember?
30.
30 contacts a day. Awesome. 30 contacts a day. Now, those contacts can be in your parties. If you have a party going on, when you are messaging the guests and building that rapport, that's a contact. A contact is any two-way communication, whether that's text, messenger, a call. When you're in the grocery store and you're talking to somebody and you mention that you do Pampered Chef, that's a contact. But you want to track your contact. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Again, just like recruiting, contact them again. So if you send a message and you don't hear back from them, and maybe they've seen it, but they didn't respond, it's not because they're ignoring you. There's two things that could happen there. One, they could be thinking about it and they're waiting for you to follow up. The other is more likely is when maybe they're carrying in groceries, your message came in, they opened it, they didn't get a chance to respond, or like my kids or other people's children take their phone and then they're watching a video or something on the phone and then they just swipe up the messages. So I get messages that I don't even see half the time until I'm on my computer going through my messenger. So always, always, always follow up 2, 3, 4, even 5 times until they tell me, nope, I'm not interested, or thanks, no thanks. I always follow up. So make sure that you are tracking those contacts. And then we're going to talk today about belief. And so this one is actually my favorite training because belief is such a powerful word. When we talk about the word belief, before we talk about the word belief, let me ask you guys a question. Do you believe in the power of you? So what that means is, do you believe that you can do or be or have anything you want in life if you're willing to work hard enough to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I love that. You guys can do whatever you set your mind to, but it all starts up here. It's all about belief. It's something to think about, especially when you consider the definition of the word belief. Simply put, belief is what we tell ourselves every single day. And what we tell ourselves is what our mind believes and brain. So if you're telling yourself, I'm not really good at recruiting, then you're not going to be good at recruiting. If you tell yourself, I'm not really good at making contacts, then you're not going to be good at making contacts. When you tell yourself, man, I'm great at making contacts, you're going to sit down and you're going to make contacts. So we're going to do a quick activity to help us think a little bit more about belief. So I want you guys to get a little piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to answer the following questions on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And most importantly, be honest with yourself. This is not a graded quiz, just be honest with yourself. So is everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay, first question. Do you believe you can build your skills and succeed in reaching your booking and recruiting goals? Do you believe that you can build your skills and succeed in your booking and recruiting goals? 1 to 10. 1 being not a chance, 10 being like absolutely. Number 2, do you believe you can promote to a director in 30 or 90 days? Do you believe you can promote to a director in 30 or 90 days? And number 3, are you happy with number 3, do you believe you can be a strong leader for your team? Do you believe you can be a strong leader for your team? Okay, now add up your scores. So, are you happy with your scores? Or do you feel you have room to grow in your belief level? Is anybody happy with their scores?
I definitely have room to grow.
That's awesome.
I have 23 out of 30.
That's really good.
But it's still room to grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How about you, Sarah and Tennille?
I definitely have room to grow. Yeah, I'm trying to get over some of my fears. And my newest one is, having people under me, and I'm like, oh, I can't even do myself. What am I going to do with them? But I know I can do it. So
You definitely
I'm
can.
going to do it.
You're going to do it. Telling your mind, you're going to do it. How about you, Tennille? You go ahead. I love you. Go.
Yeah, definitely. I have lots of room. So, as always.
We all have room to grow. Even I have room to grow. Like, it doesn't matter that I've been doing this for 9 years. It doesn't matter that I've recruited, 70 something people. That doesn't matter. I still have room to grow, even in all of those areas. So, when we're going to look at the belief triangle. Let me share my screen here. Oops. Let me pull this up. Okay. We're going to see the belief triangle. Where did my Zoom go? Share screen. Okay. So this, do you guys see this triangle right here, the belief triangle? Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this is called the belief triangle, and it's a revealing way of looking at the power of belief. Remember that our beliefs are determined by what we tell ourselves every day. And the belief triangle tells us that belief determines actions, and actions determine results, and results reinforce the belief. So here's an example of how that might look when it comes to your business. Your belief. People are so busy today, they don't have time to add another commitment to their life like a Pampered Chef business. Your actions. You don't ask your host 5 times, every host 5 times. You don't ask every party guest, and you don't post about the opportunity in your virtual parties. Your results. You're not recruiting on a consistent basis. So now let's change what we tell ourselves every day and create a new belief. Your new belief. Pampered Chef is an amazing opportunity for anyone. Lots of people need more income and will find time for what's important to them. Your new action. I ask every host 5 times. I ask every party guest, and I post about the opportunity in my virtual parties. Your new results. You recruit consistently and achieve multiple 4 and 1, remember every 4, add 1 more, cycles every month. And in order for you to succeed, you must believe that you can succeed. Believe that you can be, do, and achieve anything you want in your business, as long as you're willing to work hard enough to achieve it. So if you're struggling with belief, focus on believing that this particular program, our Director Brown Skills Enhancement, will help you to succeed. And know that when you take action every single day, you'll find the success that you're looking for. You were chosen to be part of this group because we believe in you. Your entire director team believes in you. And we want you to believe in yourself. So we're going to talk about affirmations today. And if you're struggling with belief, one way you can change is with positive affirmations. So you've already learned, if you've been on the previous calls, a positive affirmation is a statement that's worded as though you are already doing what you want to achieve. They describe specific positive outcomes, and we asked you to create a positive affirmation about the success you are having in your Pampered Chef business. So today we're going to ask you to grow your list of affirmations to 5. So this is going to require a pen and paper again. So I'm going to remember to use I am statements when you're writing your affirmations. And when you do this, what you're doing is you're training your mind to believe that you're already accomplishing what you want to accomplish. So some examples of affirmations. I am booking 5 parties a week. I am offering the business to every host 5 times. I am a strong recruiter. I am a director. These are things that if it's a goal, like I want, you take a statement like I am making contacts. You change that and say, I will make 30 contacts a day. So instead of I want to make 30 contacts a day, I will make 30 contacts a day. That turns it into a positive affirmation. And you're going to read, this is very important. Read your positive affirmations out loud twice a day. First in the morning to help you focus for the day and remind you of what you want to achieve. And again, right before you go to bed to help your mind think of them while you're sleeping. And I know it sounds kind of silly, like you're probably thinking, really, lady? Like you want me to read this out loud? Yes, because there's something that happens when we voice our goals and our affirmations and we literally say them out loud that it trains our brain. I literally have, I don't know if you on the call know this, but Siri, my phone, you know how you have a name like where it'll say, good morning to Neil or good morning. I have her say, good morning, executive director, because that's what I am working towards to become an executive director team. So I am training my brain to believe that that is where we're at so that we will achieve that. So it's important because there's so much power in just hearing your own voice say what you're going to do. How many of you guys on the call have ever set a goal, whether it's to eat healthier or exercise more or a weight loss goal, and you found that when you had an accountability partner or when you told somebody that you were going to do it, you felt more accountable? Has anybody ever done that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. This is the same thing. So when you're telling people, when you're saying this out loud, it reaffirms that this is your goal, this is your positive affirmation, this is what you're training to do. And never forget, your brain is not as smart as you think it is. It will believe anything you tell it, if you tell it often enough.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're saying positive affirmation statements. So we're going to come up with a couple right now. So I want you guys to write down something about in your contacts, making contacts, something about recruiting, something about booking, something about your business. Make an affirmation, and we're going to turn it into a positive affirmation. So write down a statement of something you want to do or your goal. And then we're going to share it and turn it into a positive affirmation. And I don't know, can you guys see those, these Post-it notes right here that I have up on my window? I add to them every day. These are my positive affirmations. So I write these out too. And I put them where I can see them every single day in my office. So who wants to share a statement, and then we'll turn it into a positive affirmation?
Well, I already turned mine into positive, but I'm not new to this positive affirmation game. This is what I have to do in life. I have to do this for myself in life, not just this, but so one of my big ones, because recruiting is kind of something that, I don't know, I'm like Sarah there. I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, you're right. You just got to ask, and I have to remember that I just have to ask, even though, all they can do is tell me no, or like me, just say, this is really not a good time. I was in the middle of a remodel. It really wasn't a good time, So one of mine is I am recruiting 5 people in 90 days.
That's awesome.
I think that's a pretty good goal to get me out of my comfort zone, as well as building a team.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it sounds pretty low, but I think 5 people is pretty realistic for me, just because I'm still in that comfort zone of, you know, I'm still trying to get through training, and, we're in the middle of my launch party, and you know what I mean?
I think that's a great goal, Susie.
So maybe in 30 days, I can adjust it to be more than that. You know what I mean? But for now, I think 5 is realistic.
Absolutely. I love that. So she turned her statement into, I want to recruit. I want to grow a team, to I am growing a team in my first 90 days. I love that. Sarah, do you have one that you want to share?
Sorry, I was letting the dogs out.
No worries.
Well, yeah, I want to be more positive thinking that I can do these things, and so I will be more positive and get all these things done. And that's like when I was talking to one of the girls that I signed up yesterday, she's like, well, I know you have to just contact people, and I said, yeah, and you have to get over the fact that you think you're bothering them, because if they don't answer you, that just gives you room to ask them again. But not like right away. And I said, and you just have to keep doing it despite what your brain is telling you. You just have to do it, because you're brought up different.
Absolutely.
So,
I think we tell ourselves, when you tell, I mean, I've done this before. It's been a few years, but oh my gosh, I'm bugging this person. But when you take the focus off of you and put it towards them, that's when that light bulb changes, and you realize, like, I'm contacting them. Yes, I'm trying to book a party, but not because I want another party. Of course, that's part of the equation, but I want to help them get these products for free. I know this person has been a great guest in my parties before, and I know that it just wasn't on their budget to get that blender, and they really want the blender. So I want to keep reaching out, because this is an amazing opportunity. She can get a blender and an air fryer this month. So I'm definitely going to reach out to her. I'm not bugging her. I'm giving her the opportunity to get what she wants to get.
Right.
Absolutely. Tennille, do you want to share one that you have?
Sure. Mine was always ask every guest at every party, or however they order. I'm just not very consistent with that. So instead of I want to ask, or I will ask, instead of saying I'm going to, make it I will ask every guest at every party about the business opportunity. I'm not very good about that, or hosting, because I kind of, I think that those kind of trickle down, right, when you're kind of talking to them. So
absolutely. And that when you ask, if you start with the business opportunity and they tell you no, you can follow up, and it's easy to ask for a party then. Well, no worries. I totally understand that it's not the right time for you. How about getting 2 things 60% off by hosting a party this month? I have this date available. Kind of like a sigh of relief. Like, you're like, okay, I can ask about a party. And then they could even sign at their party, right? Like, that we still ask them during their party, or you sprinkle those seeds like, oh my gosh, Sarah, your sales are at $400 right now already. Did you know that if you were the consultant on this party, you would have made $80 so far? Or it's more than that, 20%, whatever 20% is of that right then. Or did you know that you've already earned the $50 kit credit that you can use when you check out to start your business for $50 off of that? So I love that, Tennille. I will ask every guest. So we're going to talk about, in this next section, about partnering with your host. So your hosts are your most important business partners. They help you get your business in front of the people that they know. Encourage others to book parties. That's at Host Booking Challenge. And often become your next consultants. Here is Susie. Here's Tennille. So coaching your host helps them feel confident about their parties and can lead to an successful outcome that you both want. So when you set up a party in My Parties and Orders on Consultants Corner, you and your host have access to resources to get the most from it. Hosts can use the host coaching tools to invite guests, send messages, track sales and rewards that they've earned on that host dashboard. The host coaching tab for each party also has an important tools for you. And this is also where you can track your host coaching progress. Email or text your host with links, recipes, and offers, and find the party planner and more. Are you guys familiar with that host coaching tab in your My Parties and Orders?
No, that's why I'm just about to log in.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Shaughnessy, I was going to say something about the saying the affirmations out loud.
Mhm.
Is that, I kind of feel like it's the difference between wishing something. If you just keep it in your head, it's a wish, right?
yes.
But if you say it out loud, it's a statement. So it has to be more true. I mean, the more you say it, especially if you say it to somebody else, and so if you're saying it back to yourself, like when you're talking about looking in the mirror and saying it to yourself, you make it more of something that you have to do, or more of a commitment.
Absolutely. That's it. 100%. You nailed it you nailed it.
Yeah.
An intention.
Yes. It's all about intention. If you keep it up in here, nobody knows what you're thinking. You don't even know what you're thinking. Your brain doesn't know what you're thinking. You're just wishing it. But when you say it, you're loud and proud about it. And you're saying, I'm going to do this. I love that. It's so true. And even different exercises that I've done to do that is I've even taken a dry erase marker on my bathroom mirror and wrote just positive affirmations. Some things, if I'm like, I am going to change 5 lives this month with the business, I will write that on my bathroom mirror. So every morning I'm seeing that, and I can say that out loud when I'm brushing my teeth, and then when I'm going to bed and I'm brushing my teeth, I see it. Oh my gosh, I didn't, I still have 4 more to get. Like, I am going to get those 5, whatever it is.
Yeah, isn't it? That's how we learn. We have to visualize, we have to hear, and then we have to speak it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm coming into this. I wanted to show you guys the host coaching tab. There we go. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick, and I'll show you guys this real quick because it's a newer feature. Okay, so on when you're in your party, it's this tab right up here that says host coaching.
Now, what side are you on? Because I'm on
Consultants Corner.
Oh, okay. I didn't get all the way in there.
So I'm in Consultants Corner, and here's My Parties and Orders, and I'm just clicking on a host. And then there's the host coaching tab. And when you pull this up, there's this little checklist. I already
that coaching tab. I'm on my phone. Is that why?
That could be why. Not sure how it looks on a phone.
It should still be there if you go into a party. I've never had any problems. You just it might just be in a slightly different spot. But I almost always do a lot of this stuff on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, it took me a second. Okay.
Yep. And then you just can literally click on the things that you've done, what you've said. You can send them a message on an email or a text message. And then you can even, I love this. So you can just send them their gift, the specials. So you can send them what the special, we're still in October, what the guest special is, what the host special is, and just send them this flyer through a text or email. And then even just different engagement posts. So you could send them this engagement post via text or I think you can do it Facebook Messenger. I have them already saved in my computer, but you can text it and say, hey, put this in your party right now. You know, take a picture of what you're having for lunch and share it in the party. Like, what a great thing to do halfway, you know, in the middle of the day for your party, just to get that more authentic content and engagement. So, and then you can write notes. You know, you can write notes like, asked about the business opportunity, not ready yet. She's excited. She wants the brownie pan. I don't know which, whatever their wish list is. So that's where you get that host checklist. So what you want to do when you're coaching your hosts is you want them to get the best results, right? Because if they have great results, they're going to tell their friends about you. They're going to be more likely to host again, or maybe even think about the business, and then maybe even join. So you want to build a positive relationship with every host. Our top leaders tell us that they take time to connect with their hosts before the party and get to know them. During your chat, ask about like their family, their job, their kids, find out about what products are on their wish list, and then share that it will take what it will take to make their wish list a reality. So if they say, you know, oh, the only thing on my wish list I have right now is a brownie pan. Well, they're going to get the brownie pan with, you know, just a qualifying party. They're going to get the brownie pan. But if they want that air fryer, hey, when you hit X amount, you're going to get that air fryer for free with your free product value. So we're aiming for this amount. And then when you connect with them, it just builds that relationship, because that's what this business is about. It's about relationships and building relationships. Put all your hosts for the week in a group message where you can communicate with all of them to inspire and create enthusiasm and excitement for their parties. I always do this. I label my message group like today's. I had parties start yesterday. October 30th parties. October 30th hosts. I'm sorry, October 30th hosts. So I have all my hosts for October 30th in one group message. And then if I'm running a launch party for somebody else, which Sarah, you'll have two, and we're going to chat about that later. I'll message you, but 2 launch parties going at the same time. I put my launch hosts in a different message because what you're sending them is just slightly different for their launch party versus your regular host coaching. So Susie, that's why yours is on a different messenger this week. And then you're going to provide your virtual host with a daily image, which I know you guys are all doing that, a daily image and text to post in their party each day. So that host coaching is just super, super important. And your host is just your most valuable asset in recruiting and in your business. So they help you get those bookings, introduce you to new consultants that you might not ever have known before. And it just starts with one guest and one party. I love when I sit down sometimes and trace people that are on my team or an amazing host through a contact that I found. So I did this recently. Susie, I met through Megan's party, who Megan just joined our team as well. And Megan, I met through, I believe it was Ashley's party. And Ashley, I met through, I can see her. She's in Alaska. And I met her through another party that I did like a year ago, February. So it just takes that one person to spread out and get you into different circles. And then that's how quickly this can happen. So the best part about this partnership is a win-win. Your host earns amazing rewards, and you have the opportunity to build your business through the party. So let's talk about how your host can play the role in helping you reach the goal of getting 3 bookings from every party with the host booking challenge. They know their friends best and they have more influence with them. So why not ask them to partner with you in getting the bookings? Now, when I'm talking about host booking challenge, you guys all know what I'm talking about, right? The host booking challenge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Doing my job. So you're going to send a personal you send that personal
No.
Oh,
I'm
Sarah?
just kidding. I said no, but I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, good. Whew. Yes, please, if you're on my team, you should know this, the host booking challenge. Sending that personal message to your host and letting them know you have a challenge and you want them to get the maximum benefits from their host rewards. And when they get 3 bookings from their party, now it's changed a little bit in October. So now when they get 3 bookings, they get $50 product credit from Pampered Chef to use in future parties. So when they book 3, you get 3 bookings from that party. After that 3rd party is held and submitted, Pampered Chef will email that host $50 in product credit to use. So they get $50 for future shopping. I also do a challenge where I give a small gift away as well. And I say, hey, you're going to get $50 from the host, or I'm sorry, $50 from Pampered Chef to use on future products. Then you're going to get 40% off at each of those 3 parties booked from yours. So you can get anything that you want, one item or set, 40% off. Plus, I'm going to give you a little extra gift. And they don't know what that gift is. In the past, I've done collages where I let them choose. And sometimes I just say, I'm going to give you a free gift. And that free gift can literally be the $3 cookbook, the More Latin Flavor in your guys' outlet. So is that $3 worth me getting 3 parties? Absolutely. So it's up to you how you want to do the host booking challenge, but the company is giving you $50 or giving them $50 in future product credit, and then also 40% off at each party. So you want to let them know that you're trying to help them take advantage of all of their hosting benefits. And when they say yes, and 90% of my hosts do, you say, great, would you be willing to message 10 friends to see if they were interested in hosting their own party? If so, I'll give you the words. And then when they answer yes, make sure that you send it individually. This is the biggest thing. You want to make sure that they're sending it individually and not in a group text, because it's not personal when it's a group and it's easy for them to slip through the cracks. So I always have them put me on that 3-way chat. And then, hey, thanks so much for joining this week. We've learned a lot. I want to check in and make sure that you're interested in earning free products just like I did this week. My consultant, insert your name, is awesome. And hosting a party was so easy with her. She has an opening in November. And I'm only 2 parties away from my goal. I'll attend if you have one. What do you say? And then you just respond to each guest and say, hey, I'd love to work with you to help you get those products. Tennille said you'd be a great host, and it's super easy. I have this day open. What do you say? So you always offer a date, and you always offer the first date available that you have. So if you're on this call right now and you don't have 4 parties next Friday and you're doing a host booking challenge, you want to offer next Friday first. Once you get that Friday filled, then you move on to the next one. Now, sometimes it does happen where that guest will say, well, I absolutely cannot do next Friday because whatever. Then you offer the next Friday that you have available. And then you go back to filling that first Friday until you have that one full. And if they didn't respond, you definitely want to follow up. Remember, we talked about fortune is in the follow-up. And you let them know, hey, I'm just following up because I'm closing Tennille's party. I know people get busy and don't get a chance to respond. So I wanted to check back with you and see if you're interested in hosting. I'd love to work with you, and please let me know either way. I don't want to be a nag, laugh out loud. So in that message, what you're doing is you're letting them know, hey, I'm not trying to drop the ball. I just want to follow up with you and see if this is something you're really interested in. And and then you're giving them the permission to say no if they're not interested, because you're saying, hey, I don't want to nag or bug you. I just want to know, laugh out loud. So you're giving them permission to say no, but you're letting them know that you're doing your job and following up with them. So best practices for your host. How many times, this is a question, how many times do you ask your host to join the business? Every host.
5.
Susie got it, and she's only been 48 hours. 5 times. You want to ask your host 5 times. And I think all of you guys, we already talked about this, all of you guys were hosts before you were consultants. And your hosts are those people that are most likely to join your team. I can't even tell you how many times I'd been asked to join the business before I said yes. I'd hosted oodles of parties, and the timing just was not right until Stacy asked me 9 years ago, and I said yes. So let's talk about an approach to help hosts make the decision to join when you're asking them 5 times. You might be thinking, holy moly, Shaughnessy, 5 times, that's a lot. Am I going to be like bugging them? No. So when we're asked to commit to something we don't know enough about, our immediate reaction is to say no, right? Like, I did that. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do what you do. But they don't know what it's going to involve or how it will benefit them. So let's talk about how you can offer that 5 different ways. So during your first host coaching conversation, I always start out with something like, hey, Susie, I know this probably wasn't on your radar, but when you booked your party, but did you know we could easily turn your party into a launch party? That way you not only get the host rewards, but you get the commission as well. Have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? And then after their response, have them send them the opportunity brochure that is in on Consultants Corner, and let them so they can see just the different benefits, or put them on a 3-way message with your director if they have some questions about that. Then you want to ask them as soon as the guests begin to RSVP. You see those RSVPs coming in, you say, wow, Susie, oh my gosh, you already have 28 people in your party to join the fun, and they all seem to love Pampered Chef. Have you ever given any thought to doing something like this? I'd love to give you all the bookings we get from this party to help you kickstart your own business. Have you had a chance to check out the Be a Consultant on my website? You can literally just I send them a link to my personal website under the Be a Consultant. I copy and paste that URL link. As soon as the party sales reach a level required to earn a kit credit, which $200 is the first one now, because they can earn a $25 kit credit with a $200 party. I let them know, hey, this is awesome. Your party's already hit $200 first day, and you already have qualified for the kit credit of $25 that you can apply towards any of the kits. Have you thought any more about joining Pampered Chef? You can check out the kit credit information on the party planner and opportunity brochure. So you're letting them know, hey, you're already getting $25 off. Did you think anything about this? As you receive responses in the guest survey in your parties, wow, Susie, I'm looking at your survey today, and you have 3 friends that said that they would be willing to host if you wanted, and to help you out if you wanted to start your business. Have you thought any more about this? So 9 out of 10 times they have not thought about this when they book their party. I get occasionally some people do, but 9 out of 10 times they don't. But when you're having these conversations with them, they are starting to think, wow, maybe I could do this. Maybe this is for me. And then, of course, you want to ask at the end, right before I close the party, I always ask, no matter if I've asked them 5 times. I know we've talked through this about your party. I know we've talked about the business throughout your party. You've been an amazing host, and I know that you really love Pampered Chef. And that's one reason I think you would be an amazing consultant. And then you can share that this business could be a solution to something that they told you was a challenge. if they're going to have some debt to pay off. I know you had said something earlier that, it'd be the extra income would be nice. This could definitely be something to help you pay off that extra debt that you have. Or if like maybe they said, their daughter's in gymnastics, and you could say something in your host coaching to Neil, I know you said your daughter's in gymnastics. This could be a way for you to pay for that gymnastics instead of out of your family budget. What do you think? I'd love to offer all the bookings that came from this party. You want to give it a shot. And I always, you want to make it as low key as possible. Try it for 30 days. Like just try it with the parties booked from yours. And then if you decide it's not for you, that's okay. It's okay. So we want to offer those bookings first to them and let them be their first parties to try out the business. And I always kind of joke and say, look, just take Pampered Chef out for a couple dates with these first parties and see if it's a good fit for you. You don't have to marry it. I think some people think like it's a huge decision and it's going to, they weigh about it and they weigh on it and they weigh on it, when it's just simply running those first couple parties as a consultant and seeing if they like it. And if they do, then definitely stick around. And if you don't, it's okay. You've earned some commission. You've probably met some new friends and people, and you have everything that came in your kit is yours to keep. So you've built up your kitchen. So it's really like it's just that easy. It's just taking it on a couple dates. So when you offer the host the business opportunity, you want to ask yourself 2 questions. Why would they be good at Pampered Chef? And how could Pampered Chef be good for them? Do they love the products? Are they looking for a new, something new in their career? Maybe they are just newly retired. Maybe they just became a stay-at-home mom and they need to supplement their income. And why would Pampered Chef be good for them? So, we are going to have some homework. Of course, we always have homework on these calls. So, your immediate action that you are to start this week, right? 5 affirmations. If you did not get 5 done while we were talking about this earlier, write 5 affirmations and read them aloud twice a day. Start using the host booking challenge in your parties if you're not currently doing that. You are selling yourself short if you're not doing that. That is how I get 90% of my bookings. Ask your host, every host, 5 times. And I don't care if I have asked somebody 100 times. If they're hosting a party with me again and I've already asked them 5 times at their last party, you bet your bottom dollar I'm asking them again, because life changes. Create an online guest survey for your parties. If you have not done this yet and you're not offering a guest survey in your parties, if you go on to Shaughnessy's Shooting Stars in the units, I have a Google survey training. It's a video that walks you through exactly how to make one. And then keep adding names to your list of contacts. Keep 2 lists, a hot list for recruiting and a follow-up list. So people that you've talked to about the business and it's just not the right time, you want to keep following up with them. And then your contacts, those people that you're trying to get to host a party. Any questions on any of that?
So I have one for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you recruit somebody that is a host but has no knowledge of the product?
Oh, that's a good one. So you let them know, hey, I know you're new to Pampered Chef, but with your personality, you would be amazing at this. You are so good at sharing X, Y, and Z. If you know them, especially if you know them personally and you know they're great sharing things, whether it's their business, like maybe they're a jeweler, maybe they're a hairdresser, something. that you know that they're great at sharing something. I thought of you because you are so good at sharing what you love and products or different places that I think you would be amazing at this. You're great with people. You love to have fun. And I think that this would be something fun for you to start making just a little extra income with.
Also,
Okay.
isn't it something like if they're cooks at home or something already, even if they don't have our product or know about our product, if they already are making dinners or have stuff for the family that they have to provide, I mean, that's a good way to get in. Everybody has to use their kitchen at some level, right? So you can always say that, you
Yep.
know, along those lines.
Susie,
Because our products are just going to make it easier. Yeah.
exactly. Something like, I know you love to cook and entertain, if they like to cook or entertain. And so these products are just going to make it easier. And I think it would be awesome that you could get, if you want to try the business, you could get a lot of products for free and discount. So because they're going to get they're paying for their kit, obviously, but then they earn the fast track rewards. So they're earning products for free, and then they get them discounted as a consultant.
Some great ideas. Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions? No. Okay. You guys were great today. We finished on time. It's 9 a.m. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. We finished right on time. Usually we're a couple minutes late. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's the last day of the month. Remember that the $40 off the kit ends tonight at midnight Central. So you have time to ask people. It's my goal today. I have some more people that I'm following up with to ask them about the business, to take that $40 off their kit to try it for 30 days. And if you look behind us, look at all those stars. Those are all new, and my desk is even hiding some. Those are all new consultants that have joined our organization just this month. And the drawing, we're still doing that drawing for every new consultant that you add to your team in these last 10 days of October. You're in a drawing for $100 cash giveaway. So make sure that you are in that drawing so that I can, you're one of those that will possibly earn the cash. Sarah, you're in the drawing. You might be the winner. So
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I know, right? I love it. Okay, ladies, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween, a great day, and remember your positive affirmations. And I will post the homework in the Director Bound too, so that you can see it. So see you guys later, ladies. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.